seen the Fire Festival documentary.
I still need to watch that. I'm happy for you. I mean, I don't really care about spoilers or whatever. I'm happy for you to delve in.
I'll touch on it.
I will get in. I will. Is that, it's definitely worth watching?
It's definitely worth watching.
Okay.
But the thing that everyone needs to remember is that, because it happened over 3 nights, the absolute, I'll get more into it, of course, but on the second night, Seth Rogen bought the movie rights, and he's making a film.
Wait, during it all happening?
During it happening.
Wow.
That
reminds me of, they're like getting like the last 2 boys out of the Thai cave, and there's already talk of a movie. It's like, guys, come on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. But that could easily be like, this is the end too.
Yes. Yeah.
They could put more like
get the exact same cast.
Exact same cast. Have Craig Robinson being like the headline DJ or something because Blink 182.
Fucking yeah.
Oh my god.
That could be classic.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of More Cops on Duty. I'm Harry. With me, of course, is... Shit, I haven't even thought about this week. Oh, the Jonah Hill to my Seth Rogen. There you go.
There it is.
Edward Dools Dooley. Dools, how are you doing this week?
Yeah, I'm good, Haz. How you going?
I'm pretty good, man. There is 88 days until Avengers Endgame.
Oh, fucking oath.
Like it?
Dude, I'm so excited for that movie.
It's gonna be
it's a little embarrassing, unhealthy how keen I am for this fucking movie.
Are you gonna dress up?
If you told me a few years ago that I'd be more keen for an Avengers film than Star Wars, I'd be like, get out of here, get out of here. But no, I really am. I don't know if you're quite on my level, but you're probably on my level, but you still are more keen for Star Wars.
I think so as well.
Which is fair enough. I'm obviously, God, can't wait for Star Wars. Like, it's an unbelievable year.
I reckon by the time you get to December, you're going to get on my level as well. Especially when you pass.
But I mean, we'll have seen
Endgame, of course.
But this is like, we got to really think about, because this is like, it's essentially a finale.
Yes.
So they will be wrapping up a lot of things. We're likely going to be seeing the last of the OG Avengers, at least most of them.
Yep.
And so I mean, it's gonna be an impactful film, I think. So yeah,
absolutely. Dools.
We could easily just make this an Avengers only podcast.
There's going to be many Avengers only podcasts, let's be honest.
Oh my lordy.
But Dools, if anyone has stumbled on us for the first time, which is going to be most people, what is the More Cops on Duty?
Look, we're a Fast and Furious fan cast that we talk purely Fast and Furious. It's very rare that you'll get the Avengers reference, so I apologise to our ride or die listeners. But we've got some big fast news for you today, and as always, I'm switching the wheel over to you, Haz.
Oh, that's going to change every week, isn't it? Alright, so Dools, we like to start each and every week by what we've
I've just
seen.
Turned off so many potential listeners. Fast and Furious podcast.
So many people have cancelled their downloads.
Yeah. Like, this is like the preview snippet that plays when you preview on Spotify, and they're like, no.
Dools, I like to start each and every week with what we've seen during this week.
Yeah,
So, give me something.
What I watch? Jesus. Well, we're gonna get into it, but we saw the Green Book.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get into it.
That'll be our topic of the show, I reckon. We can talk about that for about half an hour. Easy.
Did I watch anything else at home? I've been watching The Punisher.
Yeah, what episode are you up to? I'm still on episode 4.
Yeah, okay, I'm a little further than you. I think I'm up to... the last one I watched was episode 6, so I'm just over halfway.
Okay, cool.
Well, pretty much halfway.
I'm going to try and get that finished by next week, and we can just...
Initial impressions, having watched halfway, to be completely honest, I'm a little disappointed.
Really?
Okay. I think, as it progresses, it focuses on some characters who I'm not heaps psyched about.
Right.
I want more Frank. It seems a little lighter, and maybe it changes. I mean, I'm only halfway, so it seems lighter on the action than the first season, which is, I just feel like Punisher, it seemed every episode in the first season would cap off every episode at the end with like a 10-minute brutal action sequence, and you would just always look forward to that.
Do you remember the fight scene in the first season where it was like in his like lair, like in his like bat cave basically, and he had guns hidden everywhere?
Dude, it was I haven't seen anything close to that.
He got like shot like 10 times, but he kept walking by a post, and there was like another sawn off taped to it. Oh man, yeah. But I'm still keen to get it finished.
Of course.
Good, like I think
it's no Luke Cage, Haz.
It's no Luke Cage.
It's watchable.
Yeah, dude, Luke Cage is just not good. Like as soon as they killed Cottonmouth, it's done.
Oh, bro, and we'll get into Mahershala, but
Yeah.
don't nail it.
My boy, dude. Like,
Yeah,
honestly,
dog.
he might be my favorite actor working today.
And we can touch on... A new episode comes out today. We won't be talking about episode 4 of True Detective, but True Detective episode 3.
Still really good. It's still really good.
Exceptional.
Yeah.
Exceptional. Watch it.
Keep
Just
watching.
watch it.
I saw a film that I know you definitely haven't. Dragon Ball Super, Broly.
Fucking nerd. Yeah, how
Yeah.
was it?
We're on a movie podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Or a Fast and Furious podcast. Oh, no.
I just noticed we're just using one of these, aren't we?
Yeah, I just made it directional.
That's
I personally really, really liked it. Like, me and my brother both watched all Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, Dragon Ball Super, ever since we were kids.
I legit just didn't... I only realised, like, maybe a year ago you were heaps into DBZ.
Yeah, man. Honestly, like...
Tell me something, because I know didn't they recently reboot it? Like, have they...
Dragon
Are
Ball
they
Super.
remaking... It's Super, like...
It's
the
another
original,
series.
So it's new.
So there's
I
Dragon
thought they
Ball...
remade... like, they with new animation or something.
So Dragon Ball is different to Dragon Ball Z, which
Yeah.
is different to Dragon Ball GT, which is different to Dragon Ball Super.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah.
This is like fucking Kingdom Hearts on steroids.
Like, remember back in the day... Go buy Kingdom Hearts. Remember back in the day where it was a massive fucking deal when Goku went Super Saiyan?
Yeah.
Like, you would have known that. Like, him going Super Saiyan for the first time. They've got now they've got Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3, Super Saiyan 4, and now they've got Super Saiyan God, where Goku has blue hair now, and it's fucking rad. But I'm not going to talk about this much, but it's fun.
So the blue hair bigger deal than the pink
more
hair.
Powerful, yeah.
Than the pink hair?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
Yeah, I know.
Exciting stuff.
Nah, it leaves it open ended. They're gonna make a sequel probably.
So, but has Dragon Ball Z, has it been running like since it started, or didn't it stop for a while? And didn't Super or whatever the new one is like? Isn't that like a reboot? Like they've started it up again recently. It's like,
Kind of.
It's back, or was it always there? Were they just making movies and shit?
DBZ's storyline's finished.
Okay.
Then they did GT, which is
But
about
is it a continuation or a reboot?
granddaughter.
Like, does it ignore the events of the other series?
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
It's definitely like a continuation, but like it's like a separate. Like, you can just watch Super,
Yeah, right.
but it definitely uses the same characters and it's a continuation of that timeline.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah,
interesting.
no, it's awesome though. It's really cool.
I'll never watch it, but that's great.
Yeah, there's a movie I keep meaning to talk about, Dolls, that I watched a couple of weeks ago that I've been meaning to give you to watch, called Mandy. This
I was actually going to ask you about that because I saw a Nicolas Cage.
Yeah,
I was
this
reminded.
indie punk horror film, very, very art house, starring Nicolas Cage, where he is Nicolas Cage to 100. Like, it's... If you're not a fan of Nicolas Cage, you're going to hate this film. It's it's very art housey, incredibly violent, but so unique and original and just fresh, if that makes sense. Where it's got elements of supernatural, but it doesn't focus on that. It's got elements of cultism, kind of focuses on that a bit, but it's just mainly just a massive art house, grotesque revenge flick starring Nicolas Cage.
I'm all in.
And yeah, no, I thought that was brilliant. So, Dools, your homework this week is to watch Mandy.
I'll watch it.
Yeah, I'm just going off because I've got this goal this year, Dools. Right, I think I told you about this, to watch 365 movies.
Wow.
I'm up to 48. I've done 48 films so far.
And we're not even...
We're not
it's not even
finishing.
February.
It's not even February.
You're definitely on track.
I'm on track. I want to try and do double now.
You're probably going to get to like 400 something then. I mean, maybe.
I reckon if I keep doing this, I'll get up to 600. I rewatched John Wick 1 and 2.
Nice.
Both brilliant. Just got inspired by the trailer. Fire Festival, Dools. Fire Festival. I'm going to touch on this because you're going to watch it in the next week. The
I
Fire
might
Festival
even,
documentary.
after this, go and watch it or something. I
Yeah.
wanna watch it.
So anyone that doesn't know, Fire Festival was this festival that was run by Ja Rule and this entrepreneur.
Apparently he didn't have that much to do with it as we
It was
initially
more
thought.
this guy named Billy.
Yeah, I think he maybe invested in it a bit, but didn't really know it was a scam and all this
Yeah.
bullshit.
So it was this really, it was sort of looked at as a luxury sort of music festival where it costs a lot of money to get into, like thousands of dollars, and you get like luxury living, luxury food, and then you get the music festival as well. And this turned into an absolute calamity. Like, instead of like glamorous like tents and stuff, they got disaster relief tents.
Yeah.
Um,
So when it was all going on, like while it was actively happening, I was watching like some famous YouTubers went down there, you know, because they was like, oh, this is like a status kind of event thing, like, you know,
Yeah.
you got to go to Fire Fest. And like, yeah, I was watching like vloggers, like, and their experience, and it was the funniest shit, dude. Like, it looked like a fucking hellscape.
yeah.
This thing, but yeah. Please.
I don't want to say too much because like gets really into like the fraud parts of it that are incredibly interesting with Billy.
Because apparently like he devised this scam in order to pay back like another thing that he had also done as a scam. So like, you know, he had to pay remuneration.
He's a piece of shit.
Yeah. In short, he's a fucking bitch.
Yeah, he like cheated these workers on the island out for like $50,000 each and stuff. It's fucked. Like, it's bad. But it's an incredibly well made documentary. But what I told you before this, Dools, is that on the second day of Fire Festival, because it happened over 3 days, the disaster of like just literally getting everyone off the island. Seth Rogen bought the movie rights, and he's making a film right now. He's like, it's being written right now, which is brilliant.
I hope he's starring.
Yeah, like as I said to you, it should be This Is the End too. And like you said, keep the camera.
But maybe it'll be like the first. I'd be interested to see what kind of angle they take. Whether it's like more following the owner of Fire, and then maybe it like cuts between people at the actual festival, and then maybe it delves more into the fraud stuff, like the doco. But yeah, I think it's an interesting way you can portray the film. So that could be cool.
Exactly.
Keen.
Alright, Dools, have you seen anything else this week?
Yeah, I'm thinking, do we even just discuss this now? We both saw The Mule.
Okay, yep.
Sorry to say, Clint does not deliver this time round, unfortunately.
Definitely not?
Definitely not. If I had to score it right now, I'd give it like a 5.5, maybe a 6.
Yep.
It was interesting premise, I guess. I mean, you know, I thought, first of all, you know, I'm just going to lightly spoil this. We're not going to give away everything. But in the beginning, how he actually, like, becomes the mule was the strangest thing to me.
Yeah.
This random dude at a party. So he was going to his daughter's, his estranged granddaughter's...
Skip ahead 5 minutes if you don't
I'm not really... This isn't really
but, like, in
spoiling
case you don't want to hear a thing, right?
Okay.
So skip to 20 minutes.
Well, let me tell you guys, you don't need to see this movie, but... so his estranged granddaughter, he's going to her engagement party. He hasn't seen his family in ages. Like, he rarely shows up, and he decides to show up with this thing. And his daughter doesn't like him because, you know, he's missed big occasions, etc. So they paint the picture that he's not a very good father. He hasn't
very absentee sort of father. Yeah.
More invested in his work and all that stuff. Yeah, and he goes to this party, but he's quickly shooed away because, you know, they're like, "What are you doing here? Like, you clearly just came here to piss people off." Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And as he's leaving, this guy at the party kind of like sees him, and he's like, "Oh yeah, no," you know, he probably has this light bulb moment. Oh, he would be great for this line of work, and so he randomly approaches Clint Eastwood, this young man, and offers him work as a drug mule. And I'm just like, wait, this is how it happens?
Yeah.
I was like, the way the trailers portrayed it was that he'd been in this line of work his whole life, and he was this kingpin or something. So I just thought that was the strangest thing. Like,
it was.
like,
I agree.
I was like, wait. But then, all in all, weak performances, which I think you could probably owe to weak direction, because I don't know if Clint really has it anymore. I mean,
his
last very good movie was, I think he made like this film with he used like the real American soldiers,
15,
which apparently was
Paris.
not very good.
One sec, I'll get the actual.
But that's a fascinating. I don't know if that's been done before, using the real people in like a fictionalized version of events.
Agreed.
To I also can't help but feel like that might be quite traumatic as well. I mean, like, you know, for ex-soldiers to... Anyway, I mean, it's an interesting...
15-17 to Paris also came out.
Unfortunately wasn't very good, apparently. I think his last very good movie, which also with Bradley Cooper, was American Sniper. I think we both...
He did Sully in 2016. I really liked Sully.
Oh, he directed Sully?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, maybe it was just Clint's performance. I think he couldn't give me a great performance. I don't know why.
Clint directs this way where he takes one take. He's a one-take director.
Oh, dude, I could tell some of them were.
Yeah.
I literally said that to the person I saw the movie with after. I was like, dude, it seemed like he was too tired to do reshoots or whatever. Because like some of the scenes were like, It's like, oh, they could have done better.
Yeah,
they could
I
have they could have had better delivery.
I'm just gonna spoil a bit of it. Like, skip ahead to 20 minutes if you don't want to get this spoiled. You can absolutely tell that he directed this film because he's a 90-odd-year-old man and he has 2 threesomes in it.
Yeah, that was okay. Come on.
Yeah. No, but
if there was an opportunity for him to get his hands around some girls, I mean, it was happening.
Yeah, exactly.
Good old Clint.
But no, I agree. I thought it lacked a lot of depth of the character, and I felt like the ending wasn't really deserved. Especially, also talk about like a throwaway acting. Anyone could have played Clint's role. Absolutely any motherfucker in Hollywood could have played Bradley Cooper's role, as well as Michael Pena. They added nothing.
Oh no, the extremely bland performances. I mean, yeah, you could tell that these were first take scenes, and that, you know, direction wasn't like, you know, Clint was just like, I mean, everyone was kind of phoning it in, and it's unfortunate that you could tell.
Why Clint just didn't hire like Taylor Kitsch instead of Bradley Cooper and save $7 million?
Plus, why did Diane Weiss have to make her dying scenes so awkward? Like,
Yeah,
all those fucking,
it was.
all those fucking noises she was emitting. She was like, she was like wailing like a. Sorry, I shouldn't be mean to Diane Weiss, but yeah, she could go at any minute.
All in all, Dools, do you recommend seeing this in cinema, Netflix, or just don't see it?
Look, if you're bored and you have nothing to do, yeah, well, you know, rent it, I guess.
If you damn it, you can stream it.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I kind of agree. I was a bit let down with this film.
It's not a bad. We're so down it.
But like,
The upsides are there are some cool moments. Like, disappointingly, I thought, what's his name? Andy Garcia was wasted.
I did not know that was Andy Garcia until
Didn't you?
Till the credits.
Yeah.
The guy's massive in it, dude. He put on like 25Ks
for the role.
Like, he looked like he did. Are you kidding?
Is that not just what he looks like now? Do we think? I mean, because
I don't know, dude. Like,
he put on that much weight just to appear in the movie for like maybe 10 minutes.
I saw him like a year ago or 2 years ago in Ballers, and he was like same shape as Ocean's 11.
Oh, okay.
Wait, I'm gonna get it up.
I mean, if you know you're gonna play some drug kingpin, then you know it makes sense to put on some kgs. But
that's him in Ballers.
Oh, I mean, yeah, he looks pretty big.
Nah, man, nowhere near.
I disagree.
But,
anyway, yeah. So I mean, you get Andy Garcia, and you know you barely use him. That's a little disappointing, and you replace him with a far less compelling kind of shady character. But anyway, I mean, yeah. Again, it's not a bad movie. It's just it could have been. It seemed like it had more potential.
It's disappointing. Dools, do you want to go into news of the week?
Let's do it.
Give me a jingle.
It's the news of the week.
That's it. That's all you got for me.
That's all I got this
That's
week.
all you got for me. All right.
It's been a rough weekend.
All right. So I want to play this game, right? That each and every year during the Oscars, because the Oscars are going to be in the news of the week. Screen Rant and Screen Junkies put out what they call honest posters.
Sorry, real quick. Why do you have a copy of Homer's Odyssey on the table here?
Why don't you always have a copy of that?
I mean, I probably should have a pocket edition, just so I can have some words of wisdom on hand at all time. This is so random. There's no way it's yours.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
All right, sorry, I just had to bring attention to that.
So each and every year, Screen Junkies and Screen Rant release a bunch of honest posters for not just films getting nominated.
Screen Junkies, man, I haven't
heard
about those guys in a while.
Yeah, not just for films that are nominated for Best Picture, but films that are like looked at during the Oscar season. But they reappropriate their titles to something funny that like would be relevant. So like, for example, Driving Mr. Jazzy is Green Book.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So I've got a collection of 6 films that I'm just gonna read out the honest title basically, and you got to guess, right?
Okay. It's a fun little game.
Number 1, they should have nominated the Ask Jeans song.
Ask Jane.
Ask Jeans.
Ask Jeans. They should have nominated. A Star is Born?
Yep, boom. Okay. 1. So 1 out of 6 so far. Number 2. Fuck the Queen. You can tell this movie is weird just by looking at the fonts.
The favourite.
Yeah. The next one's my favourite. This Mexican Mary Poppins remake is grim.
That's pretty good. Roma.
Yep. Okay. Number 4.
Pretty grim. Yeah. Very grim.
Number 4. I'll be impressed if you... Oh, you should get this, actually. Needs more flags. How will everyone know America is great?
Oh, Vice.
Nope.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me have another crack. Oscar nominated movies.
It's not nominated for Best Picture.
Oh, okay. Needs more flags.
Needs more flags. How will everyone know America is great? Once you think of it, you'll understand.
Yeah. Nah, just give it to me.
Sure?
I can't. Okay, so have I seen
A
it?
flag is a central point of this film.
I'm sure it's on the tip. I've seen it?
Yes.
Okay. Did we like it?
Yes, we both liked it, and we both think it got snubbed.
Oh, First Man.
There you
Come
go.
on.
Boom.
Come
There
on.
you go. Next one.
Oh, yeah, of course, because I had
Flag.
the flag controversy. Yeah, okay.
Best popular film.
Oh, Black Panther. Yeah. Okay.
Next one. Satan.
Oh, Vice.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
And last, but definitely not least.
Satan. Yeah.
It's good. Last but definitely not least, Indie Ocean's 8.
Oh, American Animals.
Nope.
Oh, okay. That was a very neat. I think that came out 2017 almost for America. Anyway,
I bought that, by the way. I'm going to watch it the next week.
American Indie Ocean's 8.
Once you think of it or once I say it, it's obvious. Wasn't nominated. Let me know if you want another clue.
Heist movie. What heist movies were there?
It was a main heist movie. We've both seen it.
Wait, I can't think of it. Indie Ocean's 8.
Do you want another clue?
Yeah, okay.
The main actress you thought should have been nominated for Best Actress.
I thought. Okay.
Yeah. It's a pretty prominent director. He got his last film got Best Picture a few years ago.
Fucking. Oh. Well, it's not Damien Chazelle or.
Nope.
Okay. I don't know.
Widows.
Oh, okay. Fucking hell. All right.
Yeah, man. Come on, Dawes. All right, so we're gonna play the.
To be honest, I mean, yeah, I think it makes. I guess it makes sense. I guess it's strange that she wasn't nominated, but I don't think she is worthy of winning. Definitely not compared to Olivia Colman.
Yeah, no, I think Olivia Colman or Glenn Close have got it this year. I think it's honestly going to be Glenn Close. It's her year, dude. She's been nominated
Fair
6
enough.
times.
Oh,
Well,
she
now
got,
7.
They can just give her a lifetime achievement award, can't they?
Good old Jane Fonda Award.
Call it a day.
Call it a day. This isn't the Golden Globes. Dude, I honestly don't think the Golden Globes mean anything anymore.
They're a little, I mean, they've got to, some of them just have to be, like, actors are being courteous. Because, like, there's another one, like, I think the SAGs are important to people because that's like a peer kind of voting one where you're being voted up by your peers, and that's pretty cool, I guess. But there's another one. There's another one which is just like, it seems like so pointless. It happens after the Golden Globes.
Critics' Choice. Critics' Choice. Yeah.
What is that? Anyway.
Yeah, okay. Dools, news of the week. I'm going to do the same thing we do every week.
You said you have a few surprises for me.
I do.
Right.
Same thing as every week. We play Talk or Trash. I'll read out the headline or the little blurb I've got here, and you tell me if we're going to talk about it or we're going to throw it in the trash, alright?
Alright.
Number 1, we should get the big one out of the way.
Let's do it.
Oscars nominations.
Oh, yeah.
Should we talk about it?
We haven't talked about that yet?
No.
Okay. Yeah.
So have you seen the Oscar nominations?
Well, let's see. Do you still have our predictions up somewhere? Because that could be interesting to kind of cross-reference.
Yeah, I do.
Alright, see how close we got.
So we'll go through the big 6.
Yep.
Alright, so we'll start with Best Director. Talk while I get this up, Dawes.
Okay, so I think remembering when I had a look at this, I think we did pretty well in our guesses. And to be honest, like, it was a lot of them were shoo-ins. A lot of them were like well, it's obvious, and plus, you know, it had Golden Globe nominations and all that stuff. So, but yeah, let's run through them.
Okay, so Best Director, we said Alfonso Cuarón, Bradley Cooper, Spike Lee, Damien Chazelle, Adam McKay. And we
Okay,
also
so
said-
Damien didn't get in there, and Adam McKay didn't get in there.
Yeah, and we also said on the side that Barry Jenkins, Bo Burnham, or Yorgos Lanthimos could be nominated.
And
So, Best Director, Spike Lee. Did we get that? Yep. We got Powell.
that was silly of us not to include Yorgos, because that
We did. We said,
but it was
in
like
our
an
main-
honorable
yeah,
mention,
it's true.
yeah.
Try and pronounce that name, Dools.
Powell
Yep.
Polkowski.
Paul Wachowski. Alright, so the director of Cold War, one of the picks for best foreign
We
film.
gotta watch that as well.
Yeah, I want to watch them the next week if you
I
want.
want to watch that, yeah.
We could do it today. We can talk about it later. Yorgos Lanthimos for The Favourite, Alfonso Cuarón, who's going to win for Roma, and Adam McKay. So you made the prediction that I thought was crazy at the time.
Adam McKay was nominated.
Yeah,
oh,
Adam
okay,
McKay
cool,
was,
cool,
yeah.
cool, cool.
You made the prediction that I thought was crazy at the time that Bradley Cooper won't even be nominated, and he's not
Yeah.
there. And that's one of the biggest snubs.
I think I said that because I think it was going to get a nod for Best Picture and Best Actor,
Yeah.
but director, I mean, you can notice when a film has above average and exceptional direction, and it's a well-made film. It has great performances, but nothing about the direction, I guess, if you know what I mean. It was like
I disagree,
outstanding.
man. I disagree.
I think of Roma, of course,
Yeah.
cinematography, and
He's going to win for
Just-
cinematography as well, because Alfonso was also the cinematographer for Roma.
yeah, I think it's likely, and yeah, Spike Lee and all. I mean, yeah, it probably is a snub as well, but at the same time, I can see in that field why he was exempted, and then at the same time, it's like he's nominated for. Is he nominated for Best Actor? I don't think he is.
Yes, he is.
Oh, okay, so at the same time, it's not like it doesn't have its Oscar nominations, but it is unusual that a Best Picture nominee also misses out on. Best
Doesn't mean
Director.
that they won't get it though, because Argo won, but Ben Affleck
Yes.
wasn't nominated,
Yeah.
so it has been done before. Best Supporting Actress Dools. Our predictions were Regina King out of If Beale Street Could Talk, Amy Adams out of Vice, Claire Foy out of First Man, Emma Stone out of The Favourite, and Margot Robbie out of Queen of Scots. Well, close, not really. We got 2. So we got-
Margot Robbie, man, she blew up.
I know, but she didn't get it
after-
though. She did not get it. Supporting actress this year is Amy Adams out of Vice,
Yep.
Marina de Tavira.
Man, you gotta do your fucking prep.
Pronounce
guys.
that.
You gotta do your prep.
Marina de
Tavira. What's so hard about
Wow.
that?
Wow, out of Roma. Regina King out of If Beale Street Could Talk, who will win. Emma Stone and Rachel Weisz both out of The Favourite. I'm glad they both got nominated because
So
we
I
made
would've-
these predictions before we watched The Favourite.
It's interesting because I would have guessed Emma Stone was the lead of The Favourite.
No, I reckon Olivia Colman.
I mean, I don't disagree, but at the same time, it's like
They're arguably three
it's
leads,
an
I guess.
unusual. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Anyway, but I mean, just because,
Yeah,
it makes
true.
sense if you have to choose one.
Alright, Best Supporting Actor Dools. Our predictions were Mahershala Ali, Richard E. Grant, Sam Elliott, Timothy Chalamet, and then we had a fifth spot that we could either go to Michael B. Jordan, Sam Rockwell, or Adam Driver. So Mahershala Ali, boom, shoo-in, got it. Adam Driver we picked, got it. Sam Elliott, got
Adam
it.
Driver from.
From Black Klansman.
Oh, okay, cool.
Sam Elliott, Star is Born.
Yes.
Richard E. Grant, we got that for Can You Forgive Me, and Sam Rockwell we got as well for Vice.
Interesting.
But they didn't do Timothy Chalamet, which I think is an absolute travesty.
Oh, he's already won something. Fuck him.
Was he won?
Didn't he win an Oscar last year
Nope.
for that?
got
Maybe he did with Armie Hammer.
No, he got nominated. He didn't win.
Oh, okay.
He was who won last year? Was it Was it?
Best supporting.
No, it was Best Actor. Oh my god, was it Casey Affleck last year? Was it the year before?
I think that was the year before. Manchester. Oh.
That's
yeah.
right.
No. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Alright, sorry.
mind.
Yeah, so we got that. So, lead actress, Dools, just getting to my pages. We had Glenn Close, Olivia Colman, Lady Gaga, Emily Blunt and Melissa McCarthy. We got pretty close here as well. Yalitza Aparicio for Roma, which we didn't get. Glenn Close for The Wife, we got. Olivia Colman for The Favourite, we got. Lady Gaga, Star Is Born, we got. Melissa McCarthy for Can You Ever Forgive Me, we got.
Apparently.
Yep.
Oh no, I was about to say she got nominated for a Razzie for that role as well, but no, Melissa McCarthy, I think, is the first person to be nominated for a Razzie and a Thingo in the same year.
I think she did The Boss or something?
No,
Life of the Party?
No, it's Happy Time Murders, that Muppets movie.
Oh, that shit. Man, that movie looked shocking. I didn't see it.
That trailer actually didn't look terrible, but
You kidding?
I mean, it just looked like dumb fun, but apparently it's just proper trash.
No,
So-
I thought that looked like pure chewing on glass. I really just don't get how people find Melissa McCarthy funny. At all.
Careful.
At all.
Careful.
Have you seen 2016 Ghostbusters?
No comment. No, I haven't, but I don't disagree.
Oh, dude. Fuck that. Honest.
Actually, to be completely honest, I'll be one of those people. She's not unfunny in Bridesmaids.
She's good in Bridesmaids. I'll give you that. Yeah. No. Yeah. So, Best Actor deals. We had Rami Malek, Bradley Cooper, Christian Bale, Viggo Mortensen, and then we had a ringer of either Robert Redford, Ethan Hawke, or Ryan Gosling. We got... we almost got it. Christian Bale for Vice, Bradley Cooper for A Star Is Born, Willem Dafoe for At Eternity's Gate. It's not out in Australia yet.
Is that the movie Ethan Hawke's in?
No, that's First Reformed.
Okay, you've seen that, didn't you?
Yes.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's good.
Eternity's Gate, have you seen that?
No, it comes out next month for us.
Okay, cool. Is it meant to be good?
I don't know.
Alright.
Rami Malek for Bohemian Rhapsody and Viggo Mortensen for Green Book.
Okay, so we just missed out. So who's snubbed there?
Um,
let me just have a... So...
We just didn't get the ringer. We got the main four, but we just didn't get Willem Dafoe.
Yes. Okay.
So, it's
So
alright.
no. Real
So
snubs.
I would have thought Robert Redford for sure. Honestly.
So we've actually done a little bet, haven't we? For
Best Actor, yeah.
Yeah. So
I think Rami
For-
Malek, you think Christian Bale, and I think we can confidently say it's between those two.
for a snitty dinner, whoever wins, yep.
Including
Lies of
Slaw.
Danya. Including Slaw. I mean, it comes with the Slaw, but yeah.
Including
Including a beer. Including a beer.
True,
That's-
true. Alright, Best Picture Duels. Our nominations were Star Is Born, Green Book, The Favourite, Black Klansman, Black Panther, If Beale Street Could Talk, and Vice. And they had one more than us. We picked 7. They had Black Panther, we got that. Black Klansman, we got that. We had Bohemian Rhapsody. We did actually put that for an 8th, if they had 8th. So we got that. Favourite had that. Green Book, got that.
I thought we put down Black Panther because I thought we knew it was a shoo-in.
Black Panther, sorry, yeah. So Bohemian Rhapsody. Black Panther we got.
Oh, yeah,
Bohemian
okay,
Rhapsody
yeah.
we had it. Green Book we had Roma. I wouldn't have thought Roma would be nominated for Best Picture because it would be nominated for Best Foreign.
It is a little surprising.
I didn't know you could do both. That's literally winning 2 fucking Best Pictures. If you win Best Picture, right, for Roma, and it loses Foreign...
Is Best Foreign Film on the same league as Best Picture?
So you're saying that just because they speak English, Jules, you racist motherfucker?
Well then.
And A Star Is Born and Vice, and we got both those. We'll do our predictions in a couple of weeks when it's closer. Did you see any other big snubs?
I mean...
First Man not getting nominated for Best Score.
Oh yeah, that's fucking wild.
Yeah,
What?
that's fucked. That's
like an exceptional soundtrack, dude.
it won the Golden Globe for it. And won the Critics' Choice award
Are you able to quickly pull up what was nominated?
for Best...
Score.
Yep, give me a sec. Talk.
Okay, so snubs. I guess Bradley Cooper for director is a snub. I mean, that's a snub.
Yep.
Um,
It has to be, right? He's got Best Picture, Best Actor, Best Actress, Best Song, Best, like...
well, that's why at the same time it's like, did you really need best director? Did you?
Yeah,
Did you
like...
really need it?
Well, acting definitely has a standpoint towards directing.
Yeah, right. I think although I don't think it's going to win Best Picture, I don't think it's going to win Best
think
Actor. It might. Lady Gaga might win. She's supporting, not lead. Isn't she?
She's lead.
Ooh.
She's not winning it over Olivia
It might not
Colman
even.
or Glenn Close.
It might win. It'll probably get Best Original Song.
Oh, I think there's no competition.
What's it called? Shallows.
Yeah,
But
I think there's no competition.
yeah, I think it only probably walks away with one then.
Yeah, maybe.
What else could it win?
That's
We sound like fucking bookies. Deciding the odds of the algorithm.
Yeah, we do actually. I honestly think it's going to win Best Picture.
Star is Born.
Yeah, I honestly think I put money on Star is Born to win Best Picture.
Did it win Golden Globe?
No.
What did?
Bohemian Rhapsody. But different people, dude. Different people. This is the Academy, and they fucking love this film.
What? But I don't think.
We'll see.
I know. Argo won it. Yeah. Okay. We could talk about this for a while.
We'll see.
We'll move on. But yeah.
Best original score, to answer your question, Dools, is Black Klansman, Black Panther, If Beale Street Could Talk, Isle of Dogs, and Mary Poppins Returns. Mary Poppins Returns.
Oh well, I mean, it's a musical, so.
But still, that's not good, Dools. That's not good. All right, we'll talk more.
Panther.
I know. We'll talk more about the Oscar nominations closer to the.
Oh yeah, people.
To the day.
Craig, Kevin.
Kevin, our one American listener.
Listen,
by the way,
listen to the First Man soundtrack, Kevin. You'll agree with us. It's pretty exceptional.
By the way, Kevin, I checked our email and you still haven't emailed us.
Okay, Kevin, it's morecopsonduty@gmail.com. Come on, we're waiting to hear from you. We want to make this an interactive experience for our fans. Just reach out. We'll give you a platform.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
If you want to say some crazy shit, man, fuck it. We'll do it live.
Do it live. All right, Dools. Next one. Ghostbusters 3 gets a July 2020 release date.
Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
2023? What did you say?
July 2020 release date.
Man, if I were that director, what's his name, Jason Reitman, and I haven't come out and squashed those rumours about the kid leads, I'd be very worried.
So do you want to talk about it? Or is it
we already talked about it, didn't we?
So not much to say,
I'm pretty
right?
sure. I mean, you know.
Alright, cool.
That's bad news.
You know
they could make it work. It could be good.
You know what else has a July 2020 release date?
Fucking give it to me.
Is Christopher Nolan's next film.
See, it was the description that Warner Bros. And I love this. Gave it was that so in the I think Hollywood Reporter or Vanity Fair, one of them kind of got the exclusive and reported this, and they were like, no details were given except for the fact that Warner Bros. Deemed it an event film. That is fucking perfect. They literally are event films. Who knows what it's going to be about? No one knew what Dunkirk was for a while.
It's true.
But people were like, I don't fucking care. It's Chris Nolan. We're seeing it, and I can say the exact same thing. He's on a reliable schedule as well. Dunkirk came out in 2017. He seems to have that 3-year turnaround down. Same as Quentin Tarantino, which is pretty cool. Because, Interstellar was 2014, and then, I think he seems to be on a good schedule now. So,
all in all, he's one of the few directors that we will literally see a film because he directed it.
Yeah, there's only a small, little pantheon
Him,
of these
Tarantino,
directors.
Scorsese, Edgar Wright for me.
I've added Logos Lathamos to that list because they're favourite. I think Alfonso Cuarón. What's his name? Alejandro Inarritu.
Almost.
Where is his next movie, man? Fucking hell.
Dude, he made 2 amazing films.
I thought Revenant was a truly stellar movie.
Like, back to back, he had 2 movies, one year apart from each other, and they were both, revelations. They had Birdman and then The Revenant.
Birdman was great, yeah.
Birdman won Best Picture.
Inarritu, I know you might be listening, so come on, man. We're waiting.
Do you reckon he is Kevin? Because he lives
Jesus,
in LA.
Don't blow my fucking mind, Haz.
He's in LA, dude.
Don't blow my fucking mind.
Alright, so next piece of the news.
Wait, you can see these in LA. So you can get the...
What?
You can see that he's in LA.
No, I'm saying that Alejandro Inarritu is in
Oh, okay, right.
LA. He said that he lives there a lot. Glass's second weekend is bigger than Split.
Yikes.
So, it kind of makes
bigger
sense.
than Split. What, Split had a big decline as well? Was that
No, like it's always the second weekend is a decline. But it's just reported that it's bigger.
Feel bad for him because he funded this, didn't he?
Yeah.
M. Night.
He also funded Split and The Visit.
What does that tell you?
Yeah.
Studios, I don't think.
Well, the studios paid for the distribution. He just paid for the production.
But
I know.
Yeah, that's not a good sign.
I know. But
I don't. Glass might be his last big feature. Who knows?
Maybe. Do you reckon he'll do another film in that universe?
Ooh, I don't know. He clearly set it up for it. We already talked about Glass, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. He clearly set it. I mean, I don't know. I am not I wouldn't be on board, to be completely honest.
Fair enough. Dools, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, has released some new photos. We finally see we finally see Al Pacino, we see Margot Robbie, and we see the two big boys, Brad Pitt and Leo.
Just from those screenshots, I got fucking chills, bro. I'm like, this is going to deliver.
Yeah,
I was like, God, it looks good. Leonardo DiCaprio, like on the set, he's playing all these different actors. There's like a shot of him as like, you know, in a Western, and Tarantino's on set. Oh my.
Because there's stuntmen, right?
God. No, I think Brad Pitt's he's like a friend of, he plays something Dalton, and I forgot Leo's character's name. Okay. Leo is just like, he's just like a working actor. What's his name? Brad Pitt plays a stuntman.
Oh, okay. I knew there was a stuntman, at least one.
Yeah. But, well, I mean, they both might be stuntmen, but, oh my God, it looks good, man.
So, yeah, Rick Dalton is Leo DiCaprio, and Cliff Booth is Brad Pitt.
Cliff Booth.
You also got Al Pacino, and did I see Benicio? Or was I crazy? I must have been crazy.
He could be. It's a crazy cast.
Kurt Russell, Timothy Oliphant,
Damien Lewis.
Damien Lewis,
Yep.
Yep, Dakota Fanning, Margot Robbie. Fuck, man, what a cast.
Who's playing Manson? Do we know who Manson is?
I would have put money on Al Pacino to play Manson, but no, we don't know yet.
Oh no, he wasn't that old then.
James Marsden, maybe.
Oh yeah.
It might be James Marsden.
Oh, cool.
I like James
Holy
Marsden.
shit, I'm keen for that movie.
Dools. Aquaman is now the highest grossing DC film ever. It has passed Dark Knight Rises and now has 1.1 billion.
Yeah, that's not surprising.
Do you reckon it deserves it?
Deserves? I'm not to say whether a film deserves its success or not. But I mean, it was an enjoyable film. We both liked it.
Yeah.
I was surprised by it.
A lot of that money is coming from China as well, like big action movies always do. But they didn't market it towards China, which is like, I mean that in a way, like how Transformers makes a lot of their money out of China. So they
and you can tell when
scenes in Tokyo.
You can tell when a Chinese production company has had a big stake in it. Like the Meg, for example, had a few Chinese actors, and you know,
they had a storyline about a Chinese actor as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Aquaman I think just stands high. It's just a very easy film to watch. Very, like, it's easy to just get behind this film. Jason Momoa,
it's fun.
It's a fun film.
I remember we were literally predicting every beat of the film, though. I mean, it's one of those movies. It's very, and, like, the lines so cliche.
Very predictable, but it's nothing new though, which surprised me how much money it's made. Like, Dark Knight Rises is like the end of a fucking masterpiece trilogy, right?
But this really is like the golden era for superhero movies. So it's not that surprising. Like,
that's true. Dark Knight came
Avengers
out now.
had only came out in that same year, so it was like, which is weird to think about actually that they came out in the same year. But and I think Avengers also helped kind of like launch comic book movies into a new stratosphere.
Fair enough. Dools. Do you know the wrestler Roman Reigns?
I've seen this, yes.
Yes, you know what I'm about to say? Roman Reigns is now cast as Hobbs' brother in Fast and the Furious Presents Hobbs and Shaw.
Dude, this little piece that we've seen them filming together, like, there's no doubt The Rock floated this idea. And then he just and then once it got in his head, he was like, no, we're fucking doing this, man. And it's just like, the director's like, it's so out of place, but I can't say no to you.
Yeah, exactly. This film is going to be a testament to fun. Like,
I don't think we've seen The Rock fully embrace like his heritage in a role before. This looks like a semi-meta thing, don't you think?
Yeah, well, he did.
Because the image looks like them, like, you know, in Samoan tribal gear, kind of like fighting people in Samoa. So I mean, it'd be interesting to see how they fit this in the plot. But
like, not a live action one, but he did in Moana. He was Maui, which was Samoan god. But yeah, it's hard to think that.
Is he Samoan? I mean, he's part Samoan because he was born and raised in Hawaii.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
So
was Obama, right?
Yes.
Apparently. Yes. Dill's second last point of the agenda. It's been a pretty good news week this week. Like, it's been like in a way that's not shit news. You know. Detective Pikachu sequel is already in the works with the 22 Jump Street writer.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah, that means that
Let's go.
That
dude.
means two things. One, you can see where the comedy is going to come from. Like, you can see what type of comedy is going to come from that.
I was so skeptical when I saw Ryan Reynolds cast, and then the second I saw that trailer, I was like, holy shit, I'm in.
Dude, but like, the studio must have already seen it and had so much...
It probably was a lot of fun. Because, dude, Ryan Reynolds has such a unique kind of deadpan humour.
Yeah.
Like, you just go to his Twitter page, man. He has some witty fucking tweets. Like, he'll... Like, if he tweets, like, you know he's thought about it, and he's just like, this is worth sending out.
Yeah,
Like, it's always, like, just something hilarious. Like, and just paying the fuck out of his kids or his wife. Like, it's so funny.
Yeah, there was one where it's just like, my daughter keeps asking me, telling me that she really wants to go to Disneyland, so I sent her a photo of me at Disneyland.
Yeah, and there was one where it was Blake Lively, his wife's birthday, and he posted a picture of them, except she's cropped out, and it's just like, happy birthday, darling, like, you know, you look beautiful on this day, and it's just a picture of him, pretty much, and you can just see, like, her arm. It's great.
Oh, yeah. Man, he's a funny motherfucker, honestly. But no, I reckon the studio's seen this film and it already has so much faith in it. I reckon it's bunch of fun. It looked like it can't be bad. You just look at it; it looks like something that's just not taking itself too seriously, especially with casting Ryan Reynolds.
Nintendo, man, because Nintendo, if anyone follows like games and shit, like they used to be so like
conservative.
Yeah, with handling their IP, but lately, you know, they've been pretty liberal with like Pokemon Go is a thing. Like they gave the Pokemon. Well, actually, they don't own Pokemon. They work with the company that do. But like apparently, they're a Mario animated movie, like Pixar-esque animation movies in the works. I mean, hopefully that's the direction they should take.
Hopefully, they did that with Ratchet and Clank.
They
was shocking, dude.
That's weird because the game was good and
the game was excellent. We need a new one, by the way.
If you want to watch it's not live action. If you want to watch an exceptional, and you got to fucking finish it, man. Castlevania on Netflix.
Oh yeah, dude. I keep meaning to because I loved the first season. But it's super easy to watch. It's 20-minute episodes.
Exactly. You have no excuse. Do it today.
I will. But yeah, no, I completely agree with you. Dole's last point on our agenda. Vin Diesel has revealed on Instagram the writers of the female Fast and Furious spin-off. Now, there is officially 3 Fast and Furious spin-offs, right? There's Hobbs and Shaw. Wait, sorry, I got that wrong. Fast and the Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw.
Thank you.
And they've got... The next one will be female-led, which will be awesome, like, especially after Michelle Rodriguez's speech after Fast 8, where she said that she's had almost 0 lines with Jordana Brewster's character, which, I'm like, oh, that's pretty fucked up if it's been 8 films.
That's weird. Yeah,
it's weird. But the third one hasn't been revealed, Dools. And let me just pitch this to you.
They can't bring Jordana's character, but I mean, they might.
No.
But yeah.
We'll see.
Okay, so you're pitching me what you think the third one's going to be. Okay, let's hear it.
Is
this semi-realistic though, or is this like
it's realistic.
Okay.
Realistic.
All right.
This could happen.
Okay.
Between Fast and Furious 5 and 6, we get a Han movie.
Oh. And dude, they've talked about bringing Han back. They could honestly bring him back into the fold as well.
He's a cult classic. Like, everyone loves him. He's a favourite.
Everyone loves Han, dude. Yeah. Is it Return
him
to
and Gal
Tokyo?
Gadot.
Is it Return to Tokyo?
Maybe. Yeah, because he goes to Tokyo. Oh no, but Gal Gadot's already dead, isn't she? I want Gal Gadot there because they'll bring money. They'll bring so much money.
So
everyone loves her.
Yeah, okay. Well, you said it. So she dies in 6?
Yeah, she dies in 6.
So you said in between 5 and 6, yeah.
Yes.
Well, they could go back to Tokyo in that time.
6 or 7?
No, it was 6. Yeah,
it was 6 because it was versing Jason Statham's brother, Luke Evans. Yep. Jason Statham 7. Yep.
Yeah, no, you can set it in between.
Or, like, if you just want to do a Han movie... They could go back
to Tokyo in that time.
If you want to just do... Well, he said that we haven't gone to Tokyo yet. He goes...
right.
At the end of...
Yeah. Well, so wait, that does work then, doesn't it?
Well,
does he say that in 6?
Says that in 6.
Ooh, okay.
But if we don't have Gal Gadot in there, or Gal Gadot... Yeah, it's him getting to Tokyo and him like setting up his like status basically.
Yeah, and do it without. I mean, yeah, you could do it without Gal Gadot. Yeah, I like it. I like it.
I like it a lot.
Yeah.
All right, Dools. Should we get into? Oh, one thing I want to say, but I also want to give a shout out.
I told you we were a Fast and Furious fan podcast.
I told you, man. I told you. So our topic of the week is going to be our in-depth Green Book review, which will be awesome. I started listening. I finished it now. Over 2 days, I listened to the whole thing. This 7-episode podcast made by these two Sydney comedians, Cameron James and Alexi Toliopoulos. Hopefully I get that right. I'm sorry if I didn't. Alexi is the quizmaster at my movie trivia that I go to regularly.
Oh, interesting.
And the whole premise is that he's a massive Rocky fan, and he's looking up the Wikipedia page of Rocky 4, and he finds out that there's this spin-off book about Drago after the events of Rocky 4, called Drago on Mountains We Stand, made by this Australian writer called Todd Noy, and it's this whole podcast about finding Todd Noy, because there was
What's the podcast called again?
Finding Drago.
Yeah, that's perfect.
It's a great name, right?
That's great.
The whole premise, like, just to get you hooked, Dools, is that Todd Noy is reported to have gone missing in 1992, and in 1994 his family like presumed him to be dead, so they had a funeral and everything, like a memorial. So he bought this copy of this book, but it's not published by any company, it's self-published. So he has to contact this random Facebook page about the book and message them and gives them the address, and that's how they send out the book.
Yeah.
The book's brand new, says it's printed that year or last year, and it's signed by Todd Noy. But he's been missing since 1992, so it's all about finding Todd Noy, and it's brilliantly told, and it's hilarious.
I mean, just because it's signed by him doesn't mean it's him.
The way they...
But I mean,
ending,
that's definitely interesting.
The ending is so satisfying. Like, it's brilliant.
Cool,
it's
yeah.
such a well-made, hilarious, fun little podcast. Definitely, if you haven't...
How long are, like, the episodes?
From 30 minutes to 40 minutes.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And there's just 7, and it's just...
7 and done. Yeah.
Yeah, nice. All right, I'll listen to that for sure.
But ABC Listen and Podbean, they're both there. Finding Drago, definitely go see it. It's awesome. Dools, should we talk about Green Book? I think that's all we got. Yeah?
Let's do it.
Give me a jingle.
It's two guys on the open road.
Give me a jingle.
Going down south.
Says no, give me a topic of the week jingle.
Oh, it's topic of the week.
Yeah, I'll look at this.
I'm having a fucking brain aneurysm.
My notes for the mule: it's lack depth of his character and 2 threesomes. It's true.
Summed up quite well.
Dools, we both saw Green Book. We've both been looking forward to Green Book for a couple of months now, especially with all this Oscar buzz and Golden Globe buzz. It won Best Picture for Comedy/Director. It won Best Supporting Actor. Dools, what do you think of Green Book after seeing it?
Harry, dude, this film was beautiful. It was fucking exceptional, man.
So
I had good vibes about it from trailers. Yep. Obviously, Viggo and Mahershala being nominated for their respective roles, so that's already a good sign. But man, oh my god! And what blew me away was that the director. What 2 other films did he direct prior to this?
Oh, he did. He definitely did.
So this is Peter Farrelly.
Farrelly, yeah.
Farrelly,
he did.
sorry.
So close. You're so great with names. He did Anchorman, and I'm pretty sure he did Step Brothers.
No, you're confusing him with Adam McKay again. No, he did. Oh my goodness, yeah.
Oh no, he did Dumb and Dumber and Me, Myself, and Irene.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. So those 2 Jim Carrey movies. Dude, this. I mean, there's
something about Mary.
There's some great comedic elements. Okay, so he's done like kind of like B-tier comedy movies.
Whoa, Dumb and Dumber is an absolute masterpiece. Same with
okay, dude. I think it's a product of its times. I tried to watch it for the first time maybe 2 years ago. You got 20 minutes in.
Really?
Yep.
Oh my god, you need to leave this house.
You call this a fucking house?
Yeah, go back to your mum's. But yeah, no, I agree.
She's a lovely lady.
I agree. Top line, Green Book is brilliant. Brilliantly written, brilliantly directed, brilliantly acted.
You believe, like, these guys carry the film, like, you, like,
absolutely.
Like the plot is actually pretty interesting and great and touching. Like, you know, this idea of like these 2 guys who don't really know each other, don't necessarily like each other. I mean, they're begrudgingly working together at first, it seems, and they're clearly from 2 very different worlds, both racially speaking and culturally speaking, economically speaking. and yet they develop this friendship and bond over this, kind of this fact that they experience like this division in the in this racial division because the premise is Mahershala. Did I get that right?
Yeah, it's the first time you ever got it.
Okay. Is touring through the South, but he's and this is set during I think the mid '60s.
Yeah, he's a pianist,
and it's no surprise he is an African American person. So and like in that era, it's like still fraught with racial division and all that stuff. And so that's like pretty much the crux of the plot. Like like how that and how it all unfolds. And do we spoil this? I mean,
I reckon we can go into a couple of things, but like just top line. I absolutely agree with everything you say. I think for me, it's a perfect film. I get that there's criticisms that they could have got more into the brutal way of racism and more deep.
Yeah, so I can already imagine people might have a problem with the fact that it maybe doesn't even deal with it harshly enough.
Yeah,
and that's a criticism, but at the same time, that's not completely what it's about.
No, it's about the friendship.
I think exactly, and it's inspired by a true story. These are real people, and of course, I think they're both dead now. They died in 2013, but I imagine whether this was written whether this became a novel or something.
I'm pretty sure it did.
Or yes, I mean that's what they would have been adapting it on. It's not everything has to be completely political.
But I also think that I agree with you. But the whole film is told through Viggo Mortensen's perspective. And this is Viggo Mortensen's perspective. He was growing up in the same block. He got married and he bought a house in the same block, and he knew nothing but racism with his family being around. So him seeing this type of racism is like this is what he saw.
So yeah, it was kind of like a more casual racism, I guess is the best way to describe it. That I guess people in New York were guilty of, and especially I think the Italians as well. I think because like the Italians and Irish before, they were subjected to a lot of racial hatred in like early 1900s America as well. But yeah, I think that focus, especially in like the MLK era and the push for civil rights in the late 60s, there was definitely a lot more directed at African Americans. But it was like watching him, as you say, through his perspective and seeing how his eyes were being opened to the real damaging and harmful effects of racism, especially in the South. Like there's some scenes where it's just like the hypocrisy of these people and how
we'll talk through the scenes.
Yeah. So,
but all in all,
yeah,
what would you give this out of 5? We've released. If you follow the Instagram, we released the score.
More clips from Judy on Instagram.
Pimp it everywhere.
Oh man, it's a 5.
I think so as well.
And I think I could even award it because I mean I can't really. There's no such thing as a perfect movie, but I can't find like a flaw in it.
I think it's a masterpiece.
Are people going to find problems with the fact that it didn't deal with the racism theme as harshly as it had the potential to? Possibly, but not everything has to do that. It was about those two men and their friendship and.
Absolutely agree.
Because I could even give it a 10, man. Honestly,
I agree with your score. I think it's a perfect feel-good film. I think it's the best feel-good film since Sing Street, which you still haven't fucking watched.
Sorry.
I'm so disappointed.
Do you have it?
Yes, I do. It's also on Netflix.
Oh, is it?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's check out for this.
Okay, cool. You can watch that for next week. You got By the way, have you still not watched Bird Box?
I thought we kind of said like...
No, you need to watch Bird Box.
All right,
I know, we need to talk about Bird Box.
The things I do for this fucking podcast.
Yeah. All in all, definitely go see it. I think we can both say that. Absolutely go see it. To go through a little bit of spoilers, we'll go through a couple little scenes to deep dive into exactly what we're talking about. So this is your absolute warning. If you haven't seen it, go watch it, come back here. But if not, then just go have a great week. Live a great life, be good to people and shit. Dools, spoilers.
Wow, that's a real wholesome message, man.
Thanks, man.
Wow.
You know what else is a wholesome message? Green Book. What a fucking film. But like the scene I think you're talking about with the major hypocrisy is the ending with the
That sounded like you were wrapping up before.
with the ending with the restaurant scene.
Yes,
where
that's one I was thinking of.
where
Yeah.
or even it goes throughout the whole film. So I reckon we touch on the first one, which I personally saw. There might have been on before that, where Mahershala Ali's Donnie, right? Donnie's the character's name. Doctor Don. Sorry.
Come on.
Where he's playing at this estate, and they're treating him like a king, and then he goes to go to the bathroom, and they're like, "Oh no, you can go out there for the bathroom. It's this outhouse." He's like, I've never been out. Like, I don't want to go out there. And he goes, "Sorry, sir, you have to." So he drives 20 minutes back to his hotel room to go to the bathroom and back, just to make a point.
He still has enough dignity and respect for himself to not subject himself to using those kind of fucking, go to the toilet like a dog. But he will still play for his people because, he understands that he has a commitment, and so, it's just like...
takes true courage to...
Yeah, I mean, you definitely got to... I mean, because the kind of people he's playing for, like, they're fucking scum. They're just rich, fucking white,
That's what he
racist.
said. He said that he plays for these people to make them feel cultured.
Yeah, I mean, and he's doing this for a reason. He thinks that he can kind of change perspectives through if they see, a black man play a piano like this, like, and he purposely plays the kind of music he does because it's just like, well, yeah, he's unique in that sense, and yeah, I mean, yeah, he explains this well, and there's also another scene in the restaurant where it's like, he eventually does just say, okay, if I can't eat here, I'm not playing.
And there's 400 people that have bought tickets.
Yep, and
that's what I love.
I shipped in that goddamn Steinway from Atlanta for you. And oh man, how good was it when I think the first event, or maybe early on the tour, Dr. Don will only play on a Steinway piano.
Oh, that's
and Vigo and this guy, this lazy fucking event manager, is kind of just walking around the stage, or the stage manager. Vigo's like, hey, this is dude. Vigo, by the way, nails the Italian. Oh my god, dude, the Italian.
Well, you busted my balls because you could do better, Mr. Balalanka.
But the stage manager, he's just like, hey, it's in the doctor's contract that he plays on a Steinway. Where's the Steinway? It's like, it's a fucking piano. What's wrong with it? It's like, there's trash in the fucking... Take the trash out.
Yeah, there's literally, like, trash.
Yeah, it's like, come on. And he slaps this motherfucker. And he looks back at Vigo with just this look of sheer, like,
fear.
Yeah, fear. And just like, he's mortified. And, he's
then
like,
they just cut.
And then it cuts to him playing on the Steinway. Yeah, it's perfect. It's perfect. It's definitely, it's very feel good in that sense, like, just like, it has a stark kind of like if you want that political stance on racism stuff and stuff, a film is getting its recognition. Black Klansman, it's nominated quite a bit in the Oscars, and so it should be. I think it was an exceptional film.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Also, I think that touches on it in a unique way, to put it lightly, is Sorry to Bother You.
Yep.
Which was a good movie, wasn't
it? It's good.
Yeah, but yeah. Sing Green Book.
Absolutely. There was another bit that I wanted to talk about, is the letters that he writes back to his wife.
Oh, yeah.
So his wife's Linda Cardellini, and she basically like makes him promise that I need you to write to me every chance you get. He's like, oh, fine, yeah, okay, man. And he starts to write, and the first letter is shit, but he sends it. And the second letter is like...
Yeah, Dear Dolores, you remind me of a house.
Then, like, Dr. Don starts to, like, take an interest in Tony. And he's just like, let me help you with this. He's like, let me read what you got. And he goes, Dear Dolores, right now I'm eating potato chips and I'm starting to get thirsty. He's like, you can't send this. And then
we got some work to do.
Yeah, so he dictates every letter that he does until like the last one, which I think is brilliant. But like the last one, I think, is the house bit where it starts off. He's just like, what? Where he's like, you remind me of a house, one that's lit up beautiful and one that has a family inside, all homely like. He's just like, you got this, Tony. You got this. And, that made me laugh.
And it has a great little, like, it brings it home. It has that great little moment at the end.
Yep.
If you tell them that.
Where so it's Christmas time. It's Christmas Eve, and they get back home, and Tony invites Dr. Don up to his house, and Dr. Don's like, nah, I gotta go home. So Dr. Don goes home and he's alone there. He looks at the throne that's in his place and he's just like, you could just tell like the look in his face. He's like, I don't want, this isn't me. Because like he did this whole tour to teach people, but he's also learned from Tony basically.
Yeah.
Which is brilliant. So he goes back to Tony's house and Tony introduces him to the whole family, and like I think it was Tony's brother-in-laws, just like because they're all like the whole family's pretty racist, and like they're all just like looking at Dr. Don. And then his family's like, his brother-in-law's just like, well, someone get him a plate. But yeah, so Linda Cardellini comes up and hugs Dr. Don and says thank you for helping him with the lettuce.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah,
she knew immediately, obviously.
That was definitely one of my favorite moments. Was one of the hardships that he had to do throughout this whole trip is the whole point of the Green Book was a Green Book is for coloured, what's said on the thing, coloured people to travel safely through the Deep South. And,
yes. Yeah.
And
the Green Book.
Yeah, the Green Book, which is fucking horrible. But they had hotels specifically for coloured people, and Tony stayed in the last one with him, and he was just like, they turned out the lights. He's like, "Hey Doc, thanks for helping me with the letters." He's like, "No worry. My pleasure, Tony." So good. But like the little things that we picked up that like were so sacred to Dr. Don at the beginning of the film, that were just like he didn't really care about it anymore. He like let go, like where Tony was like almost falling asleep at the wheel, so Dr. Don got behind it and let Tony sleep in the back, and he's got his like precious blanket over Tony. But
there was also a moment where they're pulled over by two policemen in a southern state, and I mean they're treated horribly. Like, they make Mahershala, they make Dr. Don get out of the car. It's pouring rain, even though
he's a passenger.
Yeah, he's a passenger. He wasn't doing anything. He's just sitting there, and they're harassing them because of what one says to Dr. Don. Vigo just punches him right in the face, and then they're both arrested.
And I forgot about this bit. Continue.
And when they get to it cuts to them in the prison. And the way they get out, and you quickly remind... So at the start, near the start of the film, he mentions that he's played at the White House before. And that comes full circle when they're in the prison cell. And Mahershala, kind of convinces the policeman, I have rights, I'm allowed my phone call, I'm allowed one phone call. And, they eventually like, fine, okay, you're allowed your phone call. And we find out a few minutes later that he's called the United States Attorney General. And
the brother to JFK.
Yes, I think it was Bobby Kennedy. Yeah, and you can just hear someone. I think he then said word to the governor of the state. He apparently was talking to the governor, who called the sheriff back, and you can just hear him screaming down the phone, and he's just like, "Get him out! Get him out! Fucking get him out!" And it was a great little moment. And then you kind of have that juxtapose where towards the end you can tell they've kind of made their back way to the north, to Northern America, where they're pulled over again, and Vigo is kind of short with him just because of their experience beforehand. And he's just like, "What is it, officer? What have I done? What am I doing?" And he's just like, your back left tire is slipping. You might want to get it fixed." And he's like, "Oh. All right," and lo and behold, the tires, looks like it's slipping a bit, and they fix the tire, and they're on their way, and he's like, "All right, you drive safely now." And
he looks back and sees Mahershala in the back. He goes, "Have a Merry Christmas, sir." Shit, yeah, man.
Yeah, and that
was a great little way to storytell geography of like where they are in the country.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is brilliant.
It's like we're home.
We're home. I think Mahershala is definitely going to win the Oscar.
Oh my goodness, and dude, I don't think he'll win it, but goddamn, I mean,
Vigo's brilliant. I think that's his best role, right? Like honestly, like acting wise, his most iconic role will never be beaten by
Aragorn, of course not.
But acting wise, it was Captain Fantastic, and now this was beaten.
Well, yeah.
Have you seen Captain Fantastic?
No, I tried to start it, but I think when I tried to start it was like late, and I saw it was a long movie, and it had a bit of a slow start, so I was like, I will definitely watch it though.
It's a very, very, very original, awesome film.
Cool.
But all in all, I thought this movie was brilliant, and I think that anyone that likes movies should definitely go see this film, because it's a very feel-good, easy film to watch. I might be seeing it again today, who knows. Dools, I think that's all we got for this
I think it's all,
episode.
mate.
Do you wanna close it out?
Look, thanks for listening to another episode of our inaugural Fast and Furious fan cast. Of course, we didn't touch on too much Fast today. You know, there's always next week. Yeah. Thanks for coming along.
Drift.
What?
Drift. Remember in Tokyo Drift?
All right, dude. I thought, how funny was it how they brought that guy back just for that little cameo in Seven? He looked about 45 years old.
Yeah, dude, that was a stressful race.
We're meant to think it's like set during the same time.
Yeah.
I hope we get that Han spin-off. I really want that now.
We gotta do that. We gotta do that. But until next.
I don't think we've seen the last of Han. Imagine if, like, when they eventually go to space, he's just out there in space, like in this. He's like,
they gotta go
there's
to
like
space.
the dramatic reveal of the guy who's running the space station, and it's fucking Han. It's like, oh my god! All right,
and Tom Cruise is there as well.
Oh Jesus!
All right, Dools. Thank you for listening. Thank you, Dools, for joining me once again.
We've worked pretty hard this shift. I think we
clock off.
Yeah, I reckon we.
Thank you, Dools, for joining me again this week. We'll see you next week. I'm Harry. This is the More Cops on Duty podcast, and we're out.